So some Bobby Lee was asked, I guess by Ryan Sickler. Again, not really sure who that is, but how his relationship is been with Bryan Callen post the whole breakup thing.
I want to do the next chapter of my life, which I feel like is my final chapter. I don't know how many chapters I have, but for the rest of my life, I want to, I want to do it the best way I can.
I hate it. I know
therapy talk.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was going to say. Like, I know that I say it a lot, and I do. I know. I understand that I say it a lot. But it's this L.A. fucking therapy gobbledygook these guys always start with. Always. My second half, I just started. This is Bobby Lee sounds like a woman that would post him like, did you know Morgan Freeman didn't become famous until his 50s? Like one of those things where like, your life isn't over. It's just starting. I mean, it's not. Jesus Christ. All these L.A. comic talks like motivational posters.
It's all this therapy talk. It's what it is.
Healthy way.
It's interesting.
The ghost.
The ghost.
When I worked for Oprah. Yeah,
you worked for Oprah?
I did. I worked for Oprah.
Oprah Winfrey?
Yeah.
No. Oprah Smith. What fucking Oprah is it going to be, Bobby?
I'm not familiar with Oprah. Who?
Dr. Phil's friend.
Oh, yeah. The
black
lady.
chick, yeah.
Only one, bro. I don't know.
I don't know.
Oprah Williams.
Yeah. Wait. You work for Oprah Winfrey?
Yeah.
Where?
Right here in L.A. When she started her network, OWN, the Oprah Winfrey Network.
Yeah.
I was.
Did you ever talk to her?
I met her one time.
Yeah.
Twice I met her. I went and and
Bryan Callen
Here you go.
for
Here it is.
right or is I don't have a problem with Brendan Schaub,
You're in the minority.
right? Or Callen or these guys. I mean, I've known Bryan Callen for over 20 years. I mean, we're from the same show. I mean, he was on Mad TV before me, but we're a part of that family, right? So it's like I've been to Brian's house. You know what I mean? I've hung out with those guys many, many times, right? I was just setting.
Let me guess. Did it? And I'm going to assume this is how it went. You showed up to their house, and then they picked on you and bullied you the entire time you were there, busted your chops, and be like, "Nah, I'm just kidding, man. You know I like you." Is that what happened, Bobby? Because I kind of feel like that's
a boundary for myself because they were saying crazy things that had nothing to do with, right?
Hope someday I might see him at something. I hope when I see him, maybe I can hug him and hold him until he forgives me, or maybe I can make it up to him. I was like, maybe Bobby, maybe you could tattoo something on me, and that way we can be friends. Whatever I got to do.
By the way, I know we've mentioned this before, but it's hilarious that Bryan Callen thinks the way after accusing your friend of such a horrific thing that you could make it up by doing a 90 Stern radio stunt. What are you, Eastside Dave?
I was going to say it's very much a shock jock radio stunt to make up for betraying you as a friend.
This whole thing has gotten out of control, though, because there's love between us, Bobby, and
he doesn't
Kalila.
love me, and he doesn't, and I get it. I fucking hurt him. And
I just think it was mishandled all the way around. It's gotten to the point where we have to address it, which, me, I don't like addressing this stuff. The world to me is too positive.
Yeah, but sometimes you have to tell the truth, and when I fuck up, I own it. When I fuck up, I don't have any problem telling the truth, and I don't have any.
It's awful.
I'm going to skip
war with them. I just told them, don't, normally these guys, I would let people talk to me in that way, right? Because in comedy, obviously, that there are people that are not like you. Like you and I think, are more similar in terms of like.
Yeah, I can feel the electricity in this.
The chemistry
in this interview. It's fucking fire.
Off the charts.
Ooh, Jesus Christ.
Our sensibilities, you know what I mean? We're a little sensitive, no?
Very.
Yeah, very sensitive, and we're
Man, Asian facial hair is the worst.
Yeah, it's not great.
Little soft creatures, right? And there are other people that are like more dominant.
Why are you admitting to being a little soft creature? Like, why would you be proud of being a beta? Like, I don't understand,
Alpha E, right? And so it's like I usually just absorb that shit, but I'm like, because of the shift that you're talking about, I just basically said, hey, man, don't talk to me like that because I didn't do anything, right? And we're done. Why can't I do that as a human being?
You can. That's what I'm saying.
To another human being. So that's all that happened. But people online are like saying like it's a war or there's a division. There is no division, right?
You literally said you don't want Callen to ever be on your show again, and you never want to talk to him. What are you talking about?
Sounds pretty
Bobby,
much like Division.
Which, by the way, I'm fine with. If you want to tell him to fuck off, never come on, that's fine. But you can't say something like that, and then your next breath be like, "We're cool, we're cool. I'm never gonna see Mersh again, but we're cool.
But we're cool.
Everything's fine. I hate his guts, but we're cool.
Comes near me, I'll shoot him. But
I'll kill him, but we're cool.
I filed a restraining order, protective order, but we're
But
fine.
we're cool. Everything's fine. Haters.
Fucking
Fuck.
haters,
Don't go
man.
full Opie. Never go full Opie.
Guy that says I don't want to be talked to in that way. I didn't do anything, right? It was just out of left field. It was very traumatic.
You're an adult man.
Traumatic?
And I don't need to take that.
Yeah,
You know what
my
I mean?
producer Kirsten is on the fucking. She's got her finger on the pulse of everything podcasting, and she was telling me all the stuff that was going on. So I watched.
Is he sleepy? I don't know who Ryan Sickler is, but he tired or something? Does he need a nap?
Or is he just naturally like this?
I mean, I don't know. I used to work with Oprah.
Yeah, my producer, man, she just really keeps her fingers on the pulse.
I watched your episodes, and I've talked to other comedians about it as well. And you've been pretty.
Maybe he's so tired because he has spent all his traveling money at Dan Flash's.
That's what it is. Yeah. You can't get it. You can't if you're not going to eat.
Yeah, it's happening.
That's what happens. But, it's very complicated patterns.
It is.
You know they
Open
have a
up.
shirt that costs $2,000.
You said it was $1,000.
I shut the fuck up, Mark.
Honest about everything out there.
Yeah, and
So I don't blame you one bit.
And I
mean,
saw
that's what I'm
Brendan
saying.
we were at a wedding together, and
Whose?
Wait, you were each like you were the. Don't say you were at a wedding together.
This sounds like, remember that movie was it Kevin James and Adam Sandler got married so they could get insurance? Chuck and
Bill
Larry.
or whatever. Yeah. Dude, fucking. Bobby, don't say it that way. It makes you sound like you're a gay guy. But like, if me and Royce were attending the same wedding, I'd be like, oh, I was at this wedding. Royce was at the same wedding, and we were talking. I wouldn't say we were at a wedding together.
I would be like, Mersh and I were the same wedding and we had sex with each other.
That would still sound less gay.
But we're not married.
That would still sound less gay than we
Than
were
what
at a
he just
wedding
said.
together.
he was getting coffee, and I walked up to
I swear to God, does Bobby Lee have a Dramamine patch so he doesn't get car sick in the Uber there? Like, what's it for? What are you, a sailor? What are you doing? Are you on a cruise ship? Is this podcast on a cruise ship? Is Ryan Sickler's show on a Carnival cruise ship?
He's like one of those. He's like one of those fucking dogs that gets like fucking motion sick in a car.
Yeah, I know. Do you need a thunder coat, Bobby?
him. I go, "What'd you get?" Oh, he goes, "I got a ice. What are you gonna get?" You know what I mean? I go, "I'm gonna get a double espresso." You know what I mean?
Espresso.
Not that him and I are ever gonna get back to the place, but it's like, I feel like there's.
But you know what makes this weirder? And I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, right? Like, now you're on a podcast talking about a small interaction you had with somebody at a wedding, and you're like, it's not about getting back at this place. The problem with it is that a lot of these LA comics use their like personal life as content for their show. Like they're just everything personal about them. That's their show. And it's like, man, I get it. I guess it gets views, but like, I don't know. Then you complain that the internet's making fun of your personal life. Then don't make it your entire show, Bobby.
That was like a work function. You were professional.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Fucking sounds like Mr. Plinkett over here.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to figure it out, but
Boundaries are
I'm not
necessary.
allowing that.
Friends with Brendan Schaub.
Gringo Poppy was the worst comedy special I've ever seen.
More.
Yeah,
I
good.
don't want to allow it, but that's all it is. You know what I mean? It was like I never had a problem with those guys. I love those guys. In fact, one of my most viral things when it comes to podcasting is on Fighter Than Kid. It's like still out there. You know what I mean? It's a very funny bit.
I mean, how do you define sucking a dick?
No, like a penis in your mouth.
I mean, there was that time in college.
Did you?
I
Really?
went through a phase where I was gay. No, I never had a dick in my mouth.
Have you, Bobby?
Bobby, wait a minute.
Oh, I remember this story. I'm going to, again, skip this segment because I don't really care about the Bobby Lee Dick thing.
I don't know, man. It was just, I wish it never happened, but and did that
By the way, whoever's clipping this, pretty funny. Good job intersplicing the other stories just to get over that 10-minute mark for monetization.
affect
Very
my
slick.
relationship with? Yeah,
I'm not saying that sarcastically. That's
No, it was very
honestly
smart.
good move.
it did. I mean, a lot of that stuff affected it. It kind of put more fuel on something that, you know what I mean, that didn't need more fuel,
Right.
you know? And
That was already having problems.
yeah.
Yeah, I could tell. You could tell by how excited I am.
Does this guy
Stephen
have
Wright, maybe? Is that what I'm hearing? Maybe Stephen Wright?
That might be the.
And also,
I'm trying to hold a revolving door open for a woman. Broke both my arms. Thanks, buddy.
Was already having problems.
I think maybe a year from now, maybe, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll realize that Kalila's the one for me and we'll get back. I don't know. Who knows what'll happen? But for
Sounds
right
like
now,
she's still gonna be right next to you on the bed. In a
yeah,
year
yeah,
from
and
now, right?
we sleep great, and we communicate, and there's a lot of crying and a lot.
It sounds wonderful to live that life. There's a lot of crying.
Of growing up that we're doing, you know, and it's, you know, really, it's tough, but like I said, man, I don't know what's gonna happen. Also, that's another thing. It's like I don't give a shit. I'm not, you know, I don't want to live in the results of anything. You know, it's like
I don't want to live in the results of anything is absolutely a therapist line that he's repeating.
Of course.
That
Every
100%.
everything these people says is just parroting stuff their therapist said to them. Because they think it makes them sound deep.
I'm not a fortune teller.
Really? You're Asian?
You know, I can't foresee. I could die in a year. I don't know what's gonna happen, right? But it's like the most important thing is obviously the moment and the here and now.
All right, Eminem.
And I just need to live in this space, you know, because
That's another therapist
That-
line.
yeah, that's
Live in this
therapist line.
space. Live in this space is not something normal human people say to each other.
No.
That's something a Jewish guy with horn-rimmed glasses says to you while he says, same time next week.
You have to find a better space for yourself.
my whole life, I've never lived here. I've never lived in the moment. Everything was like, what is it, you know, how come this guy got that? And how can I get that? And what if this happens and that? It's just like not living.
Here's the thing. He's going through this reinvention, but he doesn't realize that at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, he's still just Bobby Lee. Like, this isn't like a great actor going through a reinvention. This isn't like Daniel Day-Lewis going like, I'm changing everything up that I'm doing. Reinvention. Like, oh man, what's Daniel Day-Lewis going to do next? He's such a great actor. It's like, Bobby, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to be. These people have these therapists that rob them blind, and they never tell them straight up that the thing they need to do is just learn to be okay with the fact that you are who you are, and you're going to die, and we're all nobody, and plow through that, get okay with that.
As you can tell, Merce used to be a Hallmark card writer.
You're going to die, and everyone who ever knew you will be gone someday.
No, but that's the front of the card, and then after you read that, when you open up the card, all you hear is
Ah, there it is.
Happy 40th.
There it is.
Anyway, so yeah, it's just therapist mumbo jumbo. Oh, maybe you're a big act together. I'm gonna live in the moment. These are comedians. This is the comedy scene.